uh, individual level. But when you are representing a society, you are representing a family, there the practice becomes different. To give the example, suppose the body is there. In our body, when I am walking, suppose I hit a stone and my toe is hurt. What do we generally do? We don't say, this toe, how it got hurt and it deserves it, right, let it bleed nicely. We never say that. What we do, we immediately bandage it, because it is part of us. That oneness is there, oneness is experienced, and therefore we immediately bandaged it. But suppose that same toe, that wound, later it becomes a gangrene. You have diabetes and it becomes gangrene. And now you go to doctor and doctor says that, look here, this toe, if you don't cut, you will be dead. That's all. Means it will affect your whole body. Though it is our own toe, we cut it. So how do we decide that my response will be peaceful or my response will be violent? How do we, violent? Not really violent. It is to protect the larger whole. We can sacrifice a smaller entity, Vyashti and Samashti. This is where Ashoka erred. What Ashoka did. We all, praise Ashoka. Not only that, Samrat Ashoka's, Emperor Ashoka's, that chakra is there on our flag also. And we say he stands for peace. But actually what Ashoka did was, after the war, after all bloodshed, then Ashoka undergoes a change of heart and he says, hereafter no war. What did he do by saying that? He was a king. And he says, I am following Bhagwan Buddha. He didn't follow Bhagwan Buddha. Actually, he has not followed Bhagwan Buddha. If he would have followed Bhagwan Buddha, he should have come out, become a sannyasi, a bhikkhu, and then he would have said, I will not participate in war. He continues to stay as a king and he says, I will not fight war. It is since then in India we see all the distortions in our thinking started. As a king, as a Kshatriya, my duty is to protect my people. And saying that there will be no wars hereafter, Ashoka only destroyed the Kshatra Teja in this country, where a country, has stood so firm in protecting its identity, its borders. Just to give one example, after the rise of Islam, in 50 years, the Islamic army reached southern France. The Holy Roman Empire collapsed. And with that same Islamic army, though they came here, they looted the temples. As soon as they came inside, we again organized ourselves, we drove them back. It went on for years together, 570 years. Till Prithviraj Chauhan misunderstood